Alright, we're back. And I'm surprised to say I actually kinda missed this. Even though my videos on the friendship game shorts were usually more popular. Okay, so we're starting back up with a Rarity episode, which is interesting because as the character who's probably branched off the most from her archetype, a prissy and looks-obsessed snob, her episodes tend to experiment a little bit, try to see what unexpected quirks and dimensions they can add to her. In fact, with that in mind, sometimes even I wonder why I haven't been quite as positive towards her and her trademark episodes as most of the fans.
Rarity's such a savvy business pony. I'm so impressed she used the huge bonus she earned making the costumes for Sapphire Shore's Equestria-wide tour to open the second boutique.
I knew I needed a manager for Canterlot Carousel, so when Sassy showed me her resume, and I saw that she worked in all of the finest boutiques in Canterlot, I hired her right on the spot.
I then laid out this plan, or pattern, as we say in the fashion biz, for Canterlot Carousel.
Wow, Sassy, your attention to detail is truly impressive.
I've already put a pin in the first piece of the pattern. Beautify the boutique. But next was the very crucial pattern piece, marketing to the mares.
So, I created a collection that beautifully revolves around the royal element of Canterlot. While I've always prided myself on paying attention to detail, I've taken my latest collection to a whole new level.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, Rarity episodes definitely don't shy away from the details of her interest in fashion and appearances. We get to hear about how she plans it, and how it affects her reputation, and see lots and lots of those goofy costumes that look like the clothes you're supposed to buy for your doll when the market people are trying too hard. Which I couldn't appreciate anyway, because how the heck am I supposed to tell how a dress looks on a pony? Aren't there crazy, multicolored designs already supposed to make us like the way they look? So, yeah, I can honestly never be sure if it's smart writing that helps us get behind Rarity's perspective a little better, or just plain boring. I mean, I'll admit that I'm just not into fashion. Shut up. And yeah, maybe that makes some kind of a difference, but we're supposed to be able to share the character's investment when we can feel their emotions, between what this means to them and why. And that's the thing, when Rarity's in her element and not bent out of shape about anything, she's actually just kind of mellow compared to the others. That is, except during her songs. We'll get to that, but yeah, the fashion talk is especially heavy in this episode, so the odds of me ranking it in the top tier already are against it. But that's where we get to the story with Rarity's new manager, Sassy Saddles, which I have to give credit to, because for a while I legitimately wasn't sure where it was going. I mean, yes, this character was a little brash and pushy, but honestly, I wasn't always sure what Rarity was mad about. She wanted to find ways for the boutique to be a success too, and that's exactly what Sassy was doing. Not trying to make it a success and steal the spotlight, just trying to make it a success. But at the same time, she did technically overstep her bounds a few times, and Rarity did need to have a little talk with her about that. Which she did. But then it didn't seem to solve much. It did seem like an odd relationship at times, considering Rarity was supposed to be in charge, but credit where it's due, it really did have me invested in how this was going to play out. And yes, that's where we got to the song.
The rules of Rarity, guaranteed quality, this I can assure. For each and every dress, I'm bound to give finesse.
Yeah, that's kind of an earworm. Sounds like, I don't know, some kind of skippy dancing song from an old live-action Disney musical or something.
The rules of Rarity, extra TLC, this feels more sublime. Soon now they will see how good these can be with a little extra shine. The rules of Rarity, guaranteed quality, all can see it's true.
But that's about the point where you realize where this is going. And,
I made some really lovely changes to this dress.
You did what?
I want the dress to be exactly like the one Princess Twilight wore.
But now it feels just like some factory.
I've gotten everything I ever wanted, but I'm miserable. If this is what success in Canterlot looks like, I want no part of it. Now, make up flyers for a going out of business sale.
It's exactly what I've been dreaming of.
Oh, well then I'll finish it, and the gown shall be yours. How can I have forgotten? This is what I've been dreaming about. Attention every pony, Canterlot Carousel will not be closing.
Oh my gosh, Estelle! Do you have the princess dress?
No!
Look, if you want to stand up for creativity and personal investment over mass production in business, I don't have a problem with that. But there are so many obvious questions that you don't address here. Like, at all. I mean, of course there's a need for a variety of products so you don't have all your chips on one card. Of course you don't just want to soullessly run the same thing into the ground. In fact, working on new stuff is as important as ever when sales are good, if you want to keep your business building from there. But what's wrong with having a bestseller on top of that? It doesn't have to be two extremes. I mean, does she expect to make only one copy of each different dress every time and just hope almost all of them are hits? Why does she have to be the mass production team as well? Why can't she just design each new dress like she wants and hire other ponies to copy it? Ponies who specialize in that kind of work. Sassy Saddles actually proposes something like that at one point. Is Rarity even really all that business savvy if she didn't think any of this through? It's not much of a business if you just make whatever you want and refuse to cater to your customers' wishes at all. I mean, yeah, if you're not even going to depict what the other side of the story would be, then it's preaching. And the thing about preaching is, it's usually pretty toothless, unless it's just uber righteous. Take a look at the end of the episode, where Rarity decides to just do things her way. There are no consequences, not even short term. Everything just stays as good and profitable as ever when she does so. If that's how it works, then why is this even a question? But this episode is right that there's not much point if your heart isn't into it. So if the thing that makes Rarity happy is just having her Canterlot boutique, making any dress she feels like for anyone who will buy them, and doing all the work herself, that's fine. Good for her.
You must continue to manage the boutique while I'm in Ponyville.
Ponyville?
Oh, yes, I'll come to Canterlot with new designs and to see the customers, of course. But Ponyville was always going to be my home base.
Alright, so I did wind up with more problems here than usual for a Rarity episode. I could praise it for the first half, which did feel new and engaging, but the second half just doesn't do what it takes to make the moral all that effective. Granted, you could do worse than watching it come from a character like Rarity, but I still can't say it's much more than an average episode. It's kinda like the different eco-friendly movies. Not too many people like Once Upon a Forest, for example, since it mostly reduces its message to simple good and bad, and it's pretty bland overall. People are more fond of Ferngully the Last Rainforest because the animation, the characters, and the passion are a lot better, but its moral still isn't that much deeper. But something like Princess Mononoke gets 10 times the love of both of them put together, because while it does want the same things they do, it gives a very good and intricate depiction of both opposing viewpoints, without resorting to a quick and easy answer. And ultimately, that makes its message way more effective. So yeah, on that scale, this episode is Ferngully. Well, actually, Ferngully might have managed to be a little bit effective for how sincerely it at least went for it at points. I don't know, what's one notch down from Ferngully? Epic? Well, you'll have to ask someone who actually bothered to see Epic. So yeah, not your best outing, Amy Keating Rogers. In fact, I think I've liked pretty much all of your episodes at least a little more than this one, except for that one from like 3 seasons ago. But you did manage to get a song stuck in my head. The rules of Rarity, something with charity, ya da 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 da. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, let me know which rule of Rarity I forgot. And if you'd like to watch another review, click the link on the right. Otherwise, just check the description for more links, and I'll see you next time.